The first topic is going to be all about Aaron Judge, not the Martian. All about Aaron Judge. How are we feeling about Aaron Judge? Are we worried about Aaron Judge? A lot of people, if you guys don't follow me on Inky Twitter, selfless plug or shameless plug, I should say, follow me on Twitter/X. It's going to be Bronx_banter. Bronx_banter. Follow me on there. I talk so much on there. Always sharing my thoughts. Obviously, I have always a lot to say, but I have my thoughts on there that don't get fleshed out here on the channel. You get a lot of me on there, so make sure you follow me on there. But on Twitter, a lot of people were discussing about their concern about Judge. They're discussing their concern about his batting average, concerned about his lack of home runs, his lack of coming in clutch. I love Judge, but let me just say this first. He's never been the most clutch guy. He's had to have clutch moments. Never been the most clutch guy, especially in playoffs. But beyond that, let's talk about why some Yankee fans are concerned. And I'll let you know how I feel. What do I think? Am I concerned? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But let me just give you a little bit of background knowledge. So Judge has a current batting average of 178. Oh gosh, that's rough. That's rough. 178. With a on-base percentage, very respectable on-base percentage, of 367. So, roughly doing the math, he's gotten more walks, or he's gotten on base more from other means than he has from base hits. And then his slugging is 378, which isn't stellar. It's not Judge by any means. Even his on-base percentage is not like Judge. If you look at his career average of on-base percentage, it's higher than 367, if I'm not mistaken. I can actually double-check this right here. His career on-base percentage, my gosh, 395. We talk about Soto having a 420 on-base percentage and how good that is. He has a career on-base percentage of 395. 395. Extremely impressive. So there's obviously a regression there. There's obviously something to be concerned about, but should we be completely worried? I don't think so. Now, my biggest defense to him before earlier in the season, in the first week of the season, is that he takes time to ramp up. Even in his 2022 season, it takes time for him to ramp up. It takes time for him to figure it out. But I think it's obviously taking longer for him to ramp up. Boone has came out and said that him not having his regular spring training at bats has affected his ability to get it rolling early on in the season. So there's two reasons now. I don't want to make excuses, but those are excuses, whether they're valid or not. Could it be an argument that him hitting third plays an effect? I think with as good of a hitter as Judge is, that shouldn't be something to consider. I'm not fully worried, though. Do I have my eye on him? Absolutely. I don't think he's not going to come out. I'm not saying he's going to come out and only give you 20 home runs and he's going to bat south of 200 and that's it. I don't think that's going to be his story. I do think he's going to figure it out, absolutely. But who knows? He could just be having a rough beginning of the season. But we all know once he gets it rolling, he's going to get it rolling and rolling for a while. One thing that we should also be aware of that is also concerning is that he does lead the league in double plays. He does lead the league in double plays. So what does that tell me? That tells me that he maybe is having issues with getting the ball in the air. Also, he doesn't have as many home runs as we would expect for him at this point. I think he has one or two. But there's many line drives, not many, but there's a few line drives he's hit that I feel like could have been home runs, but he didn't get the right launch angle on it. So he's not getting the ball in the air that he liked to. He's getting into more double plays, which is not ideal. But again, I think that's a testament to him just trying to get the ball in the air or not being able to in the same way that he has been able to in the past. And one thing also to mention, he has had the most walks in baseball with 14 walks, more than his colleague Soto, which we talk about so greatly about him getting walks. He has more walks than him. So the problem is in his eye. The problem isn't his dominance at the plate. His problem may be just the way he's making contact. It may be his ability to get the ball in the air. It seems like with the amount of double plays he's gotten into, with the lack of home runs he's gotten. So I feel like that's a testament to his batting average. We also have a stat of his expected weighted on base average, which means how many times he should be getting on base based off of the type of contact he's making, and that's at 380. This is not his this is not necessarily his on base percentage, but this is a reflection of his hits along with him getting on base, and he's at 380, which is not MVP level like we know Judge could have, or is not like what he's had in the past, but it's very, very, very good still at 380. So just looking at his batting average doesn't necessarily tell the whole story. But so for some of those reasons, I'm not fully worried about Judge. And again, we have such a long season, and I do think he's going to figure it out. I would go as far as saying I think Judge this next series is going to prove all of us wrong. And if you liked today's episode, please make sure you subscribe down below. It'll truly mean the world. Check out what YouTube suggests will be a great video for you. And also, The Martian wants you to subscribe. Judge wants you to subscribe, so make sure you do. And until next time, peace and be blessed.